Welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is going to be for the probably the last 2 weeks pickup. I went a little bit eBay and spent happy, so I'm on a tight leash now till I get paid again. But I just thought I'd show you everything that I picked up. So to start with, I'll go with the vinyls. So I actually ordered this one from Strange Vice because I absolutely love the movie Nightbreed, and I love the soundtrack to it by Danny Elfman. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like inside this vinyl as well. Hold on. Because it's a really pretty vinyl. Danny Elfman's a great composer, and it's funny the amount of things that he's actually done the soundtrack for, and you don't realise it until you look at the credits or you get the soundtrack like this, like you buy the vinyl or the CD. That he's actually done it, like Army of Darkness for example. Obviously he did the main theme to that, but yeah, you can tell when you start reading, when you start listening to this, that it's him. So also got Drive. I've got the CD of this soundtrack, but I absolutely love Drive, and I actually managed to get the, hold on, it's one of those vinyls that it's actually impossible to get the records out. I hate that design. I don't know why they do that. I mean, the whole point of having a vinyl is to listen to it, so if you can't get it out, I don't really know how you're supposed to do that. But yeah, I got the pink variant. There we are. I'll just put that back together later. And the last vinyl I got is The Colour of Your Body's Tears. I haven't actually seen this movie. The soundtrack, when I picked it up, it was in the FOP sale, so it was down to £10, and listening to the soundtrack made me want to watch the film, so I've actually got the film in this pickup as well. Just sit them to the side. Excuse me. Sorry, still trying to get over that stupid cold. Been over a week and I still can't shake it. I also got a couple of CD soundtracks as well. So the new Ghostbusters soundtrack, like, I was a fan of Ghostbusters and I quite enjoyed this soundtrack. I thought it suited the movie quite well. I also picked up a Clockwork Orange soundtrack. It was down to £3 in FOP, so that's why I got it. And this one was down to £6 in FOP, so Game of Thrones Season 5 soundtrack. I don't actually have any of the soundtracks to the other Game of Thrones because I always found them quite difficult to find. So when I seen this one down to £6, I thought I'm going to get that. I'll just show you the DVDs that I've got now. Well, I think some of the DVDs are mixed in with Blu-rays as well, but hey, I'll just show you in the order I picked them up. So I got the third part of the Grindhouse Trailers Classic. Part 2 and 1 were really funny. Just showed you some really movies that I never would have heard of had I not watched them on this. So I've started watching it and some of them are hilarious, so definitely going to get part 4 as well. And then I went to FOP again because FOP does have a sale on the Fright Fest Presents movies, and I know I'd already picked up a couple of them, but I went back and got some more. So this is actually a new one. It wasn't in the sale. This is $7.99. This is Road Games, but it looks pretty good, and it's also got Barbara Crampton in it, which I thought, it's a legend, why not? And then £5 Landmine Goes Click and Estranged. These are my movies for today. I've been having a kind of throwback to old sword and sorcery type movies, and it was because I picked up that movie Sisterhood from Strange Vice at Film and Comic Con. It made me kind of want to watch movies like that, so I got the Warrior and the Sorceress. She's really funny because it's got David Carradine in it. Look at him. It just makes me laugh because he's a skinny guy. He shouldn't be standing there like that, but I haven't watched it yet. And I also picked up She. It just looked hilarious. This is one I actually just found in Computer Exchange, and it was really cheap, and I thought, oh, why not? Cheerleader Mascot's probably terrible, but I think it was £1, so I thought, why not? I've been watching a lot of King Kong and Godzilla type movies just now, and I know this is a remake, but I thought I had good memories of it from when I seen it when I was a kid, so I thought I'd get for, I think it was £1 again. I thought I'd pick it up and just watch it again. That's Mighty Joe Young. And then I've actually been wanting to watch this one for a long time, but it doesn't seem to come down in price, so I just picked it up second hand to give it a go, and that's The Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Again, I need to put some movies on and watch them today. And then I got the Strange Colour of Your Body's Tears here to go with the vinyl. This is probably going to be crap, this film, but you know that when you ever get an itching to watch a movie that you just know is going to be utter pants, but for whatever reason you want to watch it anyway? Well, that's what happened to this one. So the Last Witch Hunter, you never know, it might actually be okay, but for whatever reason I just want to watch it. Demon Wind, it just made me laugh. Come on, Demon Wind with a title like that, you need to watch it. I said it just made me chuckle. I've only watched like the first 5 minutes of it, just threw it on to make sure it was working okay, and it looks terrible, but I'm still going to watch it. This was another case of a movie that I'd seen a long time ago, and I remember thinking it was okay. It got really harsh reviews, and I don't really think it was appropriate that it did, but sorry to row. The ending's pretty bad, but it kind of joked to itself. It was kind of, do you know something? I actually quite enjoyed watching it again, so I'm not going to lie, it was fun. The blonde chick here, I mean, you start off kind of like hating her, but she's actually quite funny at the end, so yeah, it was entertaining enough to watch again. And then a couple of new Arrow ones which I've picked up, so got myself a new steelbook which was Life Force. I'm getting closer and closer to having all of the Arrow steelbooks, so this was definitely one I needed to knock off the list. And then I went into HMV because they were having a Arrow Academy sale, so if you are a fan of Arrow Academy as well as Arrow Video, they don't often come down in price, and in HMV just now they're down to $7.99. So I picked up The Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant, if I said that correctly, and The Marriage of Maria Braun. These are actually, is it Raina Vern Fassbender collection? I actually wanted to buy the complete collection from Arrow, but it was just too expensive, so I was happy enough just to pick up a couple of them at $7.99. So I'm just moving forward to the next pile here so I can reach it. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have to sit it down a wee second. There we are. Sorry about that, I couldn't reach the next pile. So I went back to FOP as well because they've still got a sale on with their network titles, and I just went mad. To be honest, these are the type of movies that I would always really like to take a chance on, but just never did because they were always too expensive. So I just went back and got quite a lot of them at £3, and to be honest I'll probably revisit before that sale's off because there's so many interesting titles there, and the movies that I've watched so far, they haven't disappointed me. So I've watched this one, The Door with the Seven Locks. You can tell it's a very old film. I mean, it was 1940. You can tell it's an old film, but the restoration that they've done with it's pretty good, and it was actually quite an enjoyable movie. And I've also watched this one, Catgirl. I'm not sure if I showed this one in a previous video, so if I have, I'm sorry, but this one was actually really, really good, and again, this was 1957. I mean, you could tell it was earlier than The Door with the Seven Locks, but the ending to this was really, really impressive. Haven't seen this one yet, Cat and Mouse. It just looks really good. As I said to you, these movies are usually a lot more expensive, so to pick them up this cheap was the reason why I got so many. All Neat in Black Stockings. Handgun. This looks a bit like Straw Dogs or Last House on the Left type revenge movie. The House in Nightmare Park. No Exit. Sorry again. Do you know something? I've actually seen this poster loads of times and I've never seen the movie. So when I seen it so cheap I thought I had to get it. It's Catacombs. The House Across the Lake. This one just looked funny. Keep it downstairs. Keep it up downstairs. Oh, keep it up downstairs, sorry. This one looked funny. Golden Ivory. It looks like a kind of Tarzan type movie with a woman. And I can't even properly pronounce this one. I think it's more Zambique. Looked funny. Looked good anyway. So that's all of the network ones I got. And then everything else that I picked up is actually just steelbooks. Now, all of these I've bought online and really in bids. And just been quite lucky at the price I've got them at. So I got the remake Evil Dead, which I actually really liked the remake of Evil Dead. So these are in protective packages, so they're going to reflect a little bit, but really liked this steelbook, so I just had to have it. And then I won this in a bid, which I was so glad I did, which is the Conan the Barbarian. The artwork on this one's really, really good. I think that looks like Red Sonja there. Obviously it's a Conan movie, but it does look like Red Sonja fighting with him. That's obviously from the graphic novels. But my partner's a big Conan fan, so I was glad to get that. And then probably the movie I'd class as my favourite, I got the Steelbook of Jaws, and I actually got this for a steal. It was on a bid and no one else seemed to have bid on it. I don't know, it must have just slid past without anybody else noticing it. So I'm glad it's mine. And then finally upgraded Avatar to the Blu-ray. Avatar's a good movie, but it is a type of movie that does... It benefits from being on Blu-ray, because the better quality that you see, the better the movie is. Had to upgrade this film, just had to do it because it's such a funny film, and that is Tucker and Dale vs Evil. This one I actually got from Zavi. I figured, see, Zavi's a hit or miss. Sometimes you see a movie coming on really low and then you go in to buy it because you've held off and it's suddenly shot back up, like Naked Lunch for example. It was down to, I think it was at $8.99, and I kept holding off thinking I'll get it later. Now it's back up to $19.99, so just going to have to hold off and wait to see if it comes back down again. We've got Iron Sky, director's cut. Such a funny movie. I'm waiting on protective sleeves for this one, so I'm just want to make sure I don't damage it, and that is Army of Darkness. So now, out of all of the Evil Dead movies, the only one that I need is Evil Dead 2. But look at the back of that. Just make sure I sit them back, I don't want it to get damaged. And then a couple of ones from Zavi. Again, my partner's a fan of Resident Evil, so again, just figured whilst they were so cheap, might as well get them. And that's Resident Evil Retribution and Resident Evil Apocalypse. So yeah, that's everything I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. As you can see, I've went a bit spend happy, so if there's anything in this video that you want to chat about, or any of the movies that you really enjoyed that I haven't watched yet, please just leave me a message and I'll get back to you. You know, I like to chat about movies, but I do have another couple of movies that are in the post. If you're a fan of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, like I am, Zavi have got a limited run of 1,000 copies down to $7.99. It's $7.99 or $8.99. It's very cheap anyway. So if you're a fan of that, go and get the steelbook just now before you can't get it and folks start selling it on eBay at ridiculous prices. I also pre-ordered The Shallows steelbook and Suicide Squad steelbook, and I also pre-ordered the new Ghostbusters steelbook, which I'm glad I did, because the day after I pre-ordered it, because I kept holding off, actually went out of order. So there's not out of order, sorry, out of stock. So I'm glad I ordered it when I did. And I've also pre-ordered, God, there was another film that I pre-ordered, but I forgot what it is. To be honest, most of what I've been doing is pre-ordering games from my other half, because it's my other half birthday in September, so I think I've pre-ordered the Bioshocks game. But yeah, that's everything. So if there's anything here that you want to have a chat about, please just leave me a wee message and I'll get back to you. I'm going to nip into a FOP over the next week and see if they've got any more vinyls in that sale. So if you're a movie soundtrack fan like I am, get into FOP before they stop doing it. The woman told me that once they sell out of them, that's it. They're not really going to be like specialising in these sorts of things again. I don't believe that, but you just never know. So if you really want the vinyls, go and get them just now. And thank you for watching, and take care.